and gentlemen, it is Sunday, so you know what that means. Your boys are back with another episode of the Piledriver. I am the best in the world, Mike. To my left is the big dog, Dean, and below us is our tag team partner and final member of this trio, V-Rad Big Vince. What's going on, fellas?
Sup. Not much.
Hey, how you guys doing?
It has been a weekend packed with wrestling, especially for Vince and I. All three of us were able to take in Mega Breaking Down Barriers 12 on Saturday at Lorain County Community College. And today, just a couple hours ago, Vince and I made our way out to Avon to check out Ruthless Championship Wrestling. And it's been a great week. No complaints. Jill in the chat. Hey, Jill. Got to see Jill yesterday. Jill. Me and Jill took a couple of pictures together hanging out.
Same here.
So, yeah, it's great to see Jill. We're going to break down Mega first, and then we will be telling you everything that's coming this weekend. May 11th, RSW returns to Parma, Ohio for Face Off is the name of this event.
I'm excited.
Hell yeah, especially because that's one of my favorite John Travolta age movies.
Such a good movie.
Great movie. They'll be coming back. RSW, big supporters of the Piledriver, as we are of them. Hella great show. We'll go over that card with you later on in our show. But I will tell you that it will be capped off by a giant main event on the poster. Matt Taylor taking on Dustin Alexander for probably one of the prettiest heavyweight titles I've ever seen.
And you are not
lying.
That
purple strap, dude. It's that purple strap. So
100%.
The RSW Heavyweight Championship will be on the line this coming Saturday. But let's get into Mega Breaking Down Barriers 12 benefit for the friends at Murray Ridge. Went off without a hitch. Boys, it was a success. It was great. Great show.
Yeah, it was. It was awesome.
Great showing. Fans were great.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a great cause too, so I always love it.
Big cause.
Got to hang out with some of our favorite wrestlers. Got to see, all your favorite Mega superstars. Got to get some merch. Got to get some Graham Jam and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches from Ken.
We didn't. You got one. We didn't get one.
Brandon, we're not talking. Look, boss in there talking about the hitches. They were minor inconveniences at best.
Yeah,
Overall phenomenal show at Breaking Down Barriers. I know Vince has his card ready. All right, let's get it started, buddy.
All right, Matt Diesel versus Kalam was the start.
I was really impressed with Matt Diesel.
Same.
Okay, same. And I was impressed more so with the fact because Tyreek won this opportunity to face Jason the Gift Kincaid. And we were told that something had happened and Jason wasn't going to be able to make it. So Brandon worked real hard at finding a replacement in Matt Diesel. So obviously I was expecting Jason Kincaid in a certain type of match. Not knowing what to expect from Matt Diesel and kind of just going into it blind, I was very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, same here.
The dude put on a show. Yeah, he can go. I would love to see him back. I would, definitely welcome to come back to Mega anytime. Enjoyed the match.
Shout out to Tyreek Kalam. Kalam looked great as well.
Oh yeah, no, he killed it out there. I mean, he choke slammed him onto the apron at one point after he got dove on twice.
Yeah,
so that was a good counter. I thought that was good, smart thinking.
Tyreek just being on this tear, and me and Tommy tried to tell everybody and make sure you're watching Turmoil on Thursday nights because that's how you stick in with the Mega storylines and what's going on. But Tyreek Kalam has been on a tear, just absolutely decimating anybody that comes in his path on Turmoil. And Matt Diesel on the big show was no different.
Yeah.
And Brandon said it as soon as I'm saying it. Kalam has become a different beast altogether lately. the fury in his eyes, the way he just attacks the ring and his opponent, just unmatched, top notch.
Those eyes, man.
Yeah. No, there's a fury behind him, bro.
Yeah, dude.
At one point,
Good for him, though. I love seeing it.
I can't remember the move that led up to it, but Matt Diesel did something, and I said, "Oh shit! Here comes that loaded forearm." And sure as hell, dude, it came across stiff and clean.
Yeah, it was. I think it was the DVD that you're thinking of.
Okay.
I think it was too.
Yeah, he tried to put him down, and Tyreek just. I mean,
it was solid, dude. It was solid. It was solid.
That's been the move that's solid for him. That kind of flying, just putting his whole body into it, putting all that weight into it. It's been winning him matches. It won him the Fatal 4-Way to get him this opportunity, and it continues to prove that he deserves this opportunity.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to take one of those.
No.
Hell no.
All right, so next was the ladies match. Alexis Littlefoot versus Lexus, and Alexis Littlefoot takes the win.
Yeah. Decent match. Alexis Littlefoot pulling out a dub. I believe we'll see her at Baddies and the Beast. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah.
And then goes right into that wild ass battle royale now. I quit trying to write down names halfway through because there were just so many people. Shout out. So Bray, I saw Bray in there. I saw Miles Jacobs in there.
5-star Thomas Adams.
Yep, Thomas Adams showed up. Megan Myers. I mean, so many people. Raven. I mean,
Brazi's Chambea was in there. Brazi Suave, Lucio Varga.
Man, Chambea, like, dude, the fucking Brazi's got that new mask. I was like, ooh,
yeah,
looking good out there, boys.
Joey Vincent Martini.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick. Let me just pause it real quick. This mother looks great. All right. Dude. If you are a wrestler and you are having some fitness troubles, get a hold of JVM because this man looks like a brick shithouse. I'm talking good. Like JVM, props, my guy.
He's been putting in the work, man, in this show, and he looks great.
So let's not forget who the special guest referee is for this battle royale. In fact, Mr. TikToko, and I'll tell you what, he was pretty good at being that guest ref. I saw him shoot some arms up, get out. But then we saw like a moment towards the end, and with Pastor CeeLo winning, I don't know if you guys caught this, but some weasel went weaseling underneath the mat, and the next thing you know, he comes back out.
It was Jimmy Jammer.
Yep.
After being eliminated by Pastor CeeLo, decided to pull a trick from El TikToko's book himself and pulls out in the referee and decided, Jimmy is a trained referee, decides to give head official Iron Satch the match off, so to speak. And Jimmy Jammer was the special referee against in the TikToko versus defending his Fighting Spirit Championship against the winner of the Battle Royal, Pastor CeeLo.
Yeah, and this was awesome. This was so cool. Great. I mean, I got so excited when I saw, everything going on. I mean, what a great matchup alone. But, I don't even want to spoil it. I'll let you guys talk about this one.
I mean, just 100%. Again, this touches on Turmoil for me if you've been watching Turmoil. Taco has just been nutshot. Everybody's been getting it. Everybody has been getting
Nobody's nuts are safe.
Nobody's nuts are safe. And Pastor CeeLo, I hate to say, has gotten the worst of it as of late. He's gotten matches against El TikToko for that title on Turmoil. Matches have been interrupted by outside interference of other people Taco has, wronged, and they're trying to get back at him. It's been a whole story for Pastor CeeLo to work his way up to this battle royal and be able to pull out the victory.
And then you got the story with Taco and Jimmy Jammer.
And then Jimmy Jammer, which I could very easily see that being the first title defense for Pastor CeeLo against Jimmy Jammer. It seemed like maybe there was a little bit of cahoots, like maybe Pastor CeeLo had worked out a deal with Jimmy Jammer to maybe be that special referee had he won. regardless of how Pastor CeeLo got there, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new.
This is after the Battle Royale. Taco helped Jammer. He interfered and basically helped CeeLo get that W. Taco got out of the ring, went under the ring, and hid there for a while. Came back. He had his jumpsuit on, like the little tiger jacket. He said he's been underneath there for 5 hours. Waiting to see what happened. And then Jammer comes out with this zebra stripe shirt on from underneath the ring because Jammer went after him. He was pissed. Taco costed him the match, basically. CeeLo was upset too. He wanted to know where everybody went. He was ready to go.
Yep.
And Taco gets in the ring, and it's kind of, we know the history between Taco and Jammer. And so like the storytelling from both sides, the whole CeeLo side of it, and then the Jammer and Taco beef, it was great overall. Loved it.
No, 100%. It was beautiful. The storytelling, like Dean said.
Lots of good storytelling.
I think my favorite part about this match, obviously I was very happy with the winner of the Battle Royal and of the match. But the best thing I think for me was when this match was crowned, and like I was saying, Taco was dethroned. We have a new mega fighting spirit champion. It is the good one, Pastor CeeLo. And like I said, my favorite part about this was I got to take in his victory right next to Mama CeeLo, and we were dancing. We were getting it. We were having a great time, me and her. Oh, man. And she was just so happy, so ecstatic. Yep. So I was glad I got to, have that moment with her. That was really cool.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Pastor CeeLo. And I've already let him know, boys. I've already let him know that definitely earns him a nomination for Wrestler of the Month for the month of May.
100%.
I know we still got a lot of month left.
That's a power start, though. Let's be real.
That's exactly. Way to start the month. For somebody that, you definitely want, if you want it, start the month hot. That's how you do it right there.
Yeah.
So
we got a couple other potential Wrestlers of the Month candidates.
Oh, yeah.
But, and I think I mixed up my notes just a little bit. Nothing unusual, but there was that 3-way tag match.
Yeah. TNT.
I know.
Storm Garcon and Avery Hertz versus TNT versus who was it? Who was the other one?
Sebastian LaShawn and
Sebastian and Tessin.
Yeah.
Yes, I brain farted right quick.
It's okay, I did too.
So yeah, we had some stuff going on. I know TNT was supposed to be in that fatal 4-way match, but as we all know, sometimes the card is subject to change.
Yeah.
TNT was added to this to make it a triple threat tag team match. First time for me seeing Storm Garcon and Avery Hertz. They were great.
Yeah,
I liked them a lot.
They both had mouths on them. Like they had a really good. They like to yam at the crowd, and they definitely brought some heat. But I mean TNT, they came in hot. Like I'm telling you what, like holy cow! Yep. That was so good.
Who took that? Was it Sebastian that ate that?
So looking at all my videos, I hate to say it, but they really they tore through Sebastian. The TNT put the hurt on her, so she took that 3D. She
ate that like a champ.
I think the big part here about it was again, great match. She took the 3D, but then Storm pulls out an envelope and essentially says, "Here," and hands it to TNT. If you've been following Sebastian on social medias, which you should be if you're not, great content. Storm Garcon and Sebastian have had a feud going for a while now. They've been trying to get each other in the ring. They've been trying to fight it out. And essentially Storm said, "Here, I'll pay you guys. Just have a good night. Enjoy your night off." After the damage had been done, after the 3D had been dropped on Sebastian, and Storm Garcon climbs on top and covers for the 1, 2, 3.
Old Madam President.
Madam President. I will say real quick, though, and I'm going to give a shout out to my boy Tessin. Beautiful Gates wrench powerbomb by Tessin Gates yesterday.
Yes.
Okay. Tessin's been working hard in the gym trying to do some things again. you got to be watching Turmoil, and you're watching these wrestlers essentially blossom in front of your eyes. You get to see your favorite ones trying new moves, trying stuff they've never done before. But that Gates wrench powerbomb was top notch from Tess and Gates last night. So shout out to him. The double team moves between him and Sebastian were also hella cool. Like the little kick spin, slam. Yep, that shit was cool. They've been working on that. It's been pulling it off on Turmoil as well. It's been getting better and better every week. Just great stuff. So I can't wait to see what this holds. I can't wait to see if we get a one-on-one match maybe with Storm and Sebastian.
Let's do it. That'd be
maybe
sweet.
Just a solo tag team without TNT. Maybe, Avery and Storm versus Sebastian and Teston. Who knows what the future holds? Where you have to hang out and see. So, I mean.
Exploding barbed wire match.
Whoa!
Into it. Sign me up. All right. So, then we went into the Colt Johnson versus Gregory Iron. And this was awesome. I mean,
Colt flicked me off. I'm mad at him.
I mean, can we
just non-title match, by the way, let's put that out there. The Brass Knuckles Championship was not on the line. I thought it was in the beginning. I believe last week I said it was. So if I did, I apologize. It was a non-title match.
No, but this was a slugfest. Like, they were just dishing it out on each other. A lot of words were said too, both before and after. I mean, Greg definitely wanted to make sure that old Colt Johnson, didn't walk away without getting some receipts on that. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Greg and Colt have had something going. They got into it last week. They go on the Go Home show before breaking down barriers on Turmoil. There's been bad blood spit back and forth on social media. Greg had posted somebody was talking smack about him. Come to find out it was Colt Johnson. Colt Johnson essentially just trying to play some mind games and get in the head of Gregory Iron.
This is a new side of Colt Johnson that people are not used to seeing. Like,
I love it.
Colt's a killer.
I love it.
Yep.
Like,
he's been showing. I mean, like,
Southern Center ain't no joke.
Yeah, the Southern Center, all of his move sets. I mean, he's out here just putting it on for the crowd and letting know, the rest of the guys in the back that he's not anyone to mess with. So
me being a Colt Johnson fan, I asked him for a picture when he was coming out, and he looked right at me and he gave me the middle finger.
That he did.
Real quick though, that was very Johnny Cash-esque of him.
It was. Me being a Johnny Cash fan.
I mean, you zoom that picture in a little bit, throw a little edit on there. That could be a sweet ass picture.
Yeah. Well, black
make
and
it
white.
vintagey. Yeah, make it vintagey looking like sequoia or sepia or whatever fucking color that is.
Good idea.
Great match. I'm not sure the guy I think his name was Aaron Brunner. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure who came out with Gregory Irons. He had an associate at ringside with him. Nice clean cut guy, nice suit and stuff. Essentially just making sure that Colt Johnson was playing by the rules, so to speak.
I'm trying to think his name was.
Aaron Bauer. Damn, I was close. Aaron Bauer. I was close.
That's what it's.
He ended up getting a hold of that iron that Colt brings out.
Yeah.
One of his own, and then we got to see what we always want to see at every single show. We got to see a pile driver.
Yeah.
So Greg ends up pile driving Colt, man, and that was awesome. That was brutal.
Yeah,
but they picked
definitely a lot of back and forth in this match. But
Yes.
It was. I was. Obviously we were rooting for both men. As a big supporter of 440, we're repping Greg. But as a Colt Johnson fan, we want Colt. So like both men, this was one of the matches where I hope everybody has fun kind of deal.
Yep.
But back and forth, Colt hit him with the Southern Stunner. Iron turned it into a pile driver afterwards, and picks up the 1, 2, 3. Oh, don't wait! I forgot. At one point, Colt Johnson tried to do what he did on Turmoil, and he tried to introduce Brass Knuckles into the match.
Oh, yep, I forgot.
It was stopped by Gregory Iron, and that is when the branding iron came into play, I believe, by Aaron Bauer.
Good catch.
That was right.
Greg Iron caught him with the brass knucks, was able to knock the knuckles off, Colt then
He
tried
picked
to
him
grab
up.
the branding iron.
Our boy
Game
Nick.
time. Pile driver.
Nick caught it. Got the brass knuckles out of there. Shout out to Nick, by the way.
The Iron Satch.
I think he reffed almost every single match last night.
Referee Nate was
Really?
there, but referee Nate was there for a couple. But yeah, Iron Satch putting in the work.
Putting in the work.
Yeah, I got nothing bad to say about the Iron Satch. We give him props and flowers every show. So shout out to Iron Satch Nick Barney for always doing what you do. I'm sure we'll see him this weekend at RSW.
Running for the Piledriver Referee of the Month.
Hey, I did see.
Yeah.
So obviously, there's people. Look, and I will say this, okay, because you guys saw yesterday. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit because you switched up the month category. In the Battle Royal, there was a certain person that we don't really see wrestle anymore. Do you know who I'm talking about? The guy with the bow tie, Joshua Jonai, entered the Battle Royal. And afterwards, he told me, my entry into the Battle Royal should at least get me a nomination for Commentator of the Month.
Oh.
I agree.
So, we'll definitely give Jonah the nomination for Commentator of the Month because he, did get in the ring. He did take a little bit of a beating. So, shout out to Josh Jonah. But yeah, I wanted to touch on that because you said, try to
absolutely
get different of the month.
Definitely consideration for Commentator of the Month.
All right, I apologize for backtracking. Go ahead, Vince. What we got next? We had intermission next. With the intermission.
I think it was intermission, and then shortly after intermission, we had Shogun versus Butchie B for the
Infinity title on the line.
Correct. This was great. This was a great match. Holy cow. Both just putting in some heavy moves. Lots of suplexes from Shogun. I love his he's one of the better I don't want to call him a shoot fighter, but he's definitely like more of a mat
Technician.
guy.
Yeah.
Yep. So I like seeing that. Butchie B is definitely more of a high flyer. And he utilized that. He had a couple got a couple super punches in there. He's got one of the meanest ones. I think he almost does it better than Roman. That's on,
I'll back you up on that.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
Oh no, that was like there's definitely back and forth. I saw a lot of both guys had each other pinned for a good moment. A lot of 2.5s, 2 3/4 counts, and then
Shogun was hitting Butchie with some shit, and Butchie kept kicking out. Same thing. Butchie got.
I was gonna say Butchie hit him with that big cutter, and Shogun the cutter that's put away countless opponents. I'm pretty sure it's the cutter that won him the championship. Shogun kicked out of it.
His face, Butchie's face afterwards was like, said it all, dude. He was in disbelief. So was most of the crowd.
Yeah, it was a great match. You've been paying attention. Again, going back to Turmoil. Everything's touching on Turmoil, so all the more reason you should be watching Turmoil on Thursday night. There's been ultimate feud between the self-proclaimed mega god Chris Onyx and Butchie B for months now. During this match, referee unfortunately gets bumped. Gets knocked down. Out of nowhere comes Chris Onyx and drops that claymore to the back of Butchie B's head. And 1, 2, 3, we have a new Infinity champion.
Shogun Jackson Stone.
Dude.
I was baffled.
I wasn't mad. I was just shocked.
Yeah. And then to see Chris standing at the top, to see Chris standing at the top like this, just standing at the top of the ramp, that this feud is not over. And this is one that I am here for. Dude, do you remember the last show when they just started fighting? Like the ref couldn't even keep control of them. They just started going.
Yeah. If you're not following those boys on social media, Chris Onyx put out a banger of a promo talking about Butchie. So go watch that if you have an opportunity. I promise you're going to love it.
It was crazy.
No,
But that's neither here nor there. This feud is far from over. Butchie being Chris Onyx, I'm talking. But you got to wonder, does Chris Onyx want that title? Or does he just want Butchie? Because obviously the title isn't on Butchie anymore. So now if he goes after the title,
he'll take that.
He goes after the title, you got to watch out for Butchie because Butchie don't play. You know what I'm saying? Like Butchie's going to get some get back. He's going to try to get some get back. So if Chris goes after that title, who's to say that Butchie doesn't do the same thing to Chris?
It would.
You know, so Chris has got to be careful with this. And I mean, he chooses his battles. And like he said in his promo, he's ready for anything to come. He is the self-proclaimed mega god.
No, that was awesome.
He had a nice little mega god chant going. We may have started it.
Hey, it happens. It happens. Yeah, but again, it's just I don't know what's next. We have a new champion in Shogun Jackson Stone.
That's awesome, though.
For sure.
Aaron Bauer's in the chat. We were talking about you. I assume somebody tagged him. That's why. That's all right. We were talking about you, but all good things, though. All good.
All good things, yeah.
But yeah, just new Infinity champion coming out at Breaking Down Barriers. We got to see what's next for this Butchie B. Chris Onyx saga. What happens?
It's got to be something big. You got to put a stipulation on it.
Yep.
Got to.
Big. I mean, mega street fight.
Oh yeah.
I love a street fight. I love a mega street fight.
An
Illyria street fight.
Weapons.
Oh,
yeah.
Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you real quick. Oh, I'll get into it later. I was really excited to see the bet, and he wasn't able to make it to the show today, so I was upset.
Yeah.
But so yeah, go ahead, Vince. I believe we had the tag team match next, right?
I have T.I. versus Matt Cross.
Okay. I might have had it wrong. I know the tag team titles were on the line still. We haven't gotten to that match yet, so.
Oh, yep, no. Or you know what?
Okay.
I think I might have mixed those up then.
Okay, I mean it really doesn't. It doesn't matter. The order doesn't matter. We're gonna go over both matches, but we'll go Tim. The Infinite Man versus Matt Cross. This match was scheduled for the last show, and unfortunately, Tim came down with an unforeseen illness, wasn't able to make the show. Matt Cross fought Butchie.
Yep.
Which was a phenomenal match as well.
It was a great match in itself, but it wasn't the match that was manifested by the Infinite Man. He manifested Matt Cross. He wanted Matt Cross, and unfortunately, Mother Nature had other plans for him that week. But this month, it was a whole different ballgame.
Smash delivered.
Yeah, it did. A lot of technical, very mat heavy. This what I would definitely say was more shoot fighting. I mean, both men showed that they're definitely veterans of the sport, and they just ripped, man. I mean, Matt, I love, and I can't say it enough. I've seen it so many times. Matt Cross doing the cartwheel into the back elbow. That has got to be top tier for me. I mean, dude, it's just every time I get so excited, I see him set it up, knock it down. It's like dominoes, dude. So shout out Matt Cross for being an OG, and that's not overshadowing the Infinite Man TIM. Dude, he himself is a absolute beast. I love seeing him.
I agree.
I'm totally about to piggyback off of Vincent's shit because I'm literally sitting there talking to Colt, and I'm like, we're talking about the match as it's going on, and I'm like, I love it. Okay, so Lucha Underground, old school, Son of Havoc, Matt Cross. It's that he was Son of Havoc in Lucha Underground. But one of my favorite things he used to do, and Tyler Bate does it now, where he jumps like this and ducks his head down and puts his head underneath the top rope and bounces back. But Matt, Son of Havoc does it into a cutter, and it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, Vince. I'm in the same boat with you, like the cartwheel thing. And I was literally talking to Colt about it, and I'm like, I couldn't remember what it was called. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to explain it to Colt. And I'm like, he does this thing where he bounces off the rope and does a cutter. And as I'm talking about it, he does it, and it was It was choice.
Yep.
It was choice, man.
Beautiful.
It's so clean, so good. Just, I miss Lucha Underground a lot. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. Oh, we lost Sam's video.
Oh no! Oh, there he is.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why like clips have been coming across my feed on Twitter that are just Lucha Underground related. And I'm like, Lucha Underground hasn't been around in 10, 15 years or something like that. It's just, it was so good.
Yep.
Who teased, like, is it Major League Wrestling? They're kind of teasing that something similar was coming back. That was.
Oh, yeah, something about that.
I think it was like Azteca Underground or something.
I think I liked the most about Lucha Underground was they had like the whole storyline and they made it seem like it was a TV show. Like they had Dario Cueto doing like some behind the wall like criminal activities and shit. Like,
yeah, dude, Prince Puma.
Yeah, but that's and I found a lot of people out there that I didn't know. Like there was a dude named Killshot. I didn't know that was Swerve.
Oh, yeah.
For a long time.
Wow.
I didn't know that was Swerve for a long time. I was like, holy shit. When I like, oh man. And like Angelico, remember when he used to fucking like jump off the roofs of the office and like the building? Like he was flying through that temple.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they were nuts. They were definitely a little bit ahead of their game, you know, like doing a lot of deathmatch shit before deathmatch it was popular.
Yeah. And so, all right, let's get back to Mega. Matt Cross picks up the W over the Infinite Man after that beautiful cutter, rope bounce cutter. I don't even know what it's called. I don't even know what he called. It was beautiful.
It was. It really was. I mean, he does it better than any Tyler Bader. You know, I've seen a few other people utilize it, and I agree with you, man. Like that was just one of the best moves I saw last night. It was really awesome to see right in front of us. And that was awesome. So congrats, Matt.
That was a really good move.
Yeah. And then I believe the next match was the tag team title match because I believe it was the co-main event. It was, right before the main event. We had us a 3-way dance for the tag team championships. The Damies, the team of Bryson Teller and Lemmy Sandemus, LSD, taking on the team of Team All Day, Aaron Alloway and the Ultra Star Ashton Day versus
two of my favorite tag teams out right now.
Versus the champions, Gavin Gradley and Skylar Cash Inc.
Yeah, champs.
Boys, go ahead. Discuss.
The only tag team to ever receive Wrestlers of the Month. That's a tag team. Man, this match, I don't even know where to start. We knew what we were getting into with this match. All three teams are.
I was going to say, so much animosity between everybody.
Yeah, dude.
All of them are pissed at each other.
I did see Bryson smile for the first time, though. That was cool. No, it was great. Like you said, a lot of animosity. But it kind of seemed like the Damies and All Day were working together for a little bit there. It was kind of like maybe little co-parts there, and it was fun to see, because everybody's style's a little bit different. You guys have said this before, the Damies as a tag team we've always needed but never had. All Day works really well. I think Ashton and Aaron are, just top notch together. They come out in those NASCAR jackets, and they're
like the racing coats. Yeah,
it
looked good. They looked like a tag team.
Yeah, they looked real good, and obviously Cash Inc. They are the champions for a reason. I mean, they work as one unit, and they're two people. They know what their next moves. They know what the next one's thinking. They can do their moves simultaneously, and especially when they have Ken in their corner.
It's a game changer to have a manager like Ken, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And me and Ken used to be like this. And then 2 weeks ago on Turmoil, me and Ken were like this because Ken just flipped me off for no reason. I don't even know what happened.
What'd you do?
What did you do?
Then last week on Turmoil, Ken apologized, said that we're cool, but she still don't like me. So we're cool now, I guess.
Oh.
But I don't know. But whatever.
You fucked up.
It's okay. I don't even know what I did.
You did something.
But yeah, having Ken in your corner is just I had a word and I lost it. It's just an asset. It's just an asset to have somebody like Ken who's able to, maybe distract the referee when you need an extra breather, who's able to get those extra hits in when the referee's not paying attention and the opponent's down in the corner, just to be able to assert and make their presence felt, make their presence known without, disrupting their team. Top-notch manager.
Yep.
Do you generally mean that, or are you just saying it to hopefully get back on Ken's good side?
What?
Regardless, that was good. That was a good try to, yeah. No, I mean it though. I mean it. Ken's great. Ken's always been great, regardless if Ken likes me or does like me. I mean, Cash Inc. comes out and tells us how much they hate us. When they come out, in most promotions we see them at anyways. So It is what it is. Love us or hate us. I got to give flowers where they're due, and Ken deserves flowers for being a top-notch manager.
Yep.
So Cash Inc.
I mean, look at other managers. What do they do for their, clients, etc.? They push them to titles. Ken has consistently pushed Cash Inc. to gold over and over and over again.
Yep. 100%. I mean, they again.
Plus Ken got the bomb ass peanut butter and jelly graham cracker sandwiches.
Bro.
Still haven't had. Next time it's the first thing I'm doing is just getting one.
Yeah, I'm buying a whole box.
That's what we were saying last night. But yeah, so I want to shout out. There was one move in particular in this entire match. And this is not downplaying this entire match. The entire match was amazing. Everyone kicked each other's ass, and it was beautiful. I mean, I'm a big Ashton Day fan. I love watching Ashton anytime, anywhere. So he puts on. I don't see LSD enough, so this was one of the first matches that, Lenny stood out really well for me. And the move that I in particular want to bring up is he actually, I want to say he picked up maybe Gavin. I could be wrong though. He picked up somebody and he spun them around after they got kicked. So it started the spin. And me and Dean saw that, and it was just such a cool move because
he picked him up like he was getting ready to do like an F5.
Yep.
Oh, he airplane spinned him.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool. Bryson got on the top rope and hit him with that high knee, and then it started to spin.
And then he just threw him.
Yeah, dude, it was cool.
That was so
cool. I like the tag team moves when the moves are fluid and they look like they're supposed to. At one point, Aaron Alloway, also in this match, picked up, I believe it was one of the guys from Cash Inc., had him standing vertical, and then Ashton comes out of nowhere with the enziguri to the face as Alloway falls down. That was clean as hell, dude.
Was that Gavin?
Yeah, I believe so. He comes in running with that flying, like that running enziguri he does. As Alloway's dropping the vertical, it was pretty. It was good stuff. I mean, great tag team match. Lots of, back and forth. Yeah, lots of back and forth between them. But ultimately, I got to touch back on my earlier point. I think it came down to having Ken at ringside.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's always good to have that extra manager, extra hands. But yeah, so Cash Inc. ends up retaining, and it was a great match though by all.
Now with these, that was a damn good match.
Yep.
No, it was definitely a hard fought victory. It was definitely, but let's be honest here. That's one of the things that makes Cash Inc. as great as they are, because people have been put in front of the PME team all day. They won the titles back in a ladder match. They constantly show up, dude. They constantly show up. They show up everywhere they go. We saw them at Four Corners Frenzy at NeoPro a couple weeks ago. They almost won that match.
They show up and show out.
Yeah. So, shout out to Cash Inc. Great tag team match. Able to retain, able to keep those tag team titles safely at home.
I love it.
And then...
The main event.
So I was going to say here, and I'm going to let you guys talk about it a little bit, but I just want to preface it by saying this. I've been thinking about this all day since yesterday. It's May 5th. Today is May 5th, Sunday, May 5th. This might be the best match I've seen personally all year so far. This fucking match was phenomenal.
Yes, I will second that. And it's just, you know, we get so lucky that Mega brings in such amazing talent, and they never fail. They never disappoint. But Myron Reed, holy crap. This dude is literally the young GOAT for a reason. And it shows. He is fierce. He's fast. He's strong. He's, again, just a very nimble human being. I've never seen somebody move like him before. And it's not the first time I've seen him live, but I feel like this time he was like tenfold what he was when I saw him at Exodus maybe 6 months ago. He was just on fire last night. And again,
like the sequences back and forth of the technical wrestling, so to speak, the chains where they were back and forth. Alex did this, Myron did this, Alex did this, Myron did this. They had a counter for everything the other one did. It was beautiful, man.
Yes.
I think we lost Dean for a little bit.
I was wondering. But no, so I mean, I genuinely was in fear for Mr. Alex Daniels because I thought he was going to lose his championship last night. I thought he was. I thought Myron was going to just come and sweep it off his feet because, you know, Alex is one of my favorites. He's definitely one of my, favorites at Mega. And a lot of times I see the start of a match and, you know, I see that people are worn down and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, you could tell he's definitely been, you know, put through the ringer. We've seen him a lot lately. We've seen Alex, at Neo Pro, and just, you know, he has been working so damn hard, and to have to defend your title against someone like Myron Reed, it was a match. It was a tough match. And I just give it up to Alex. Dude, you rule, man. You know, you're everything about you control the crowd. You really just know how to, you know, play the right moves. I mean, I hate that. I hate that they call you Captain Jerk, because honestly, I think you're one of the coolest dudes I've ever met. And honestly, the posing gets me every time, man. Keep that up. That's so cool. You just, and then the guy doesn't know what to do because he's like, what are you doing? We're in a wrestling match. You're like, nope, it's time to pose for a second, dude. So.
Well, James, I hope you're enjoying your quesadillas and your margaritas. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you, my brother. Happy Revenge of the 5th for all my Star Wars nerds out there. Yeah, it was a great match, dude. Like, I have absolutely zero bad things to say about this match, from the wrestling, from the high spots, to Alex doing his high moves, to Myron showing off and doing his high moves.
Yep.
It was top notch, dude. This was a great match.
That moonsault at the end, and I'm just shouting everybody out. I'm really glad that they can really pay attention to, you know, who's in the crowd. I'm sure that they set up right where the big Piledriver banner was, because they knew we would be sitting there. And, you know, it's one of those things you can't be afraid, because, you know, you got to trust these guys are doing their job and they're doing the right thing. And Alex, I knew that I could trust you, man. And, you know, I saw you coming. I just said, all right, I'm going to hold this guardrail up for you. Saw everyone behind me. I was like, nope, we're going to hold this down, dude. So that was awesome. That moonsault was just huge. And I just can't believe we get to see that kind of stuff right in front of us, you know, at LCCC.
Yeah, it was great, man. Like Vince was talking, Alex did a little like a springboard moonsault off the turnbuckle, and it looked like he caught his shins. He took the guardrail. I mean, he just took it, as well as taking Myron Reed with him. It was a phenomenal match. Like Vince said, it seemed like Myron Reed was going to take it. It seemed like it was over for Captain Jerk. It seemed like the run was great, but it was done. And Myron Reed had come in to, you know, establish his place, so to speak. Alex Daniels was not having any of that.
Nope.
Coming off with the beam me up Scotty cutter off the springboard. Just come for the 1, 2, 3, man. Retains his title. Able to walk out of breaking down barriers. Just fought a hellacious battle. Just still holding his chin up. Belt on his shoulder. Congratulations to Alex Daniels.
Yes, definitely. And just shout out to all the wrestlers for Mega, and everyone.
Especially my homie Brazzi Suave in the chat.
Shout out my guy. But yeah, seriously, just shout out Mega, shout out Brandon. Everybody, thank you, Myron Reed, for coming out, putting on for the crowd. And then just just a little side note. This was just an awesome event because it benefited something very close to my heart. My mom actually worked for Murray Ridge for over 40 years before she passed away. She was definitely somebody that really cared for the cause. And I heard Mad Dog shout out somebody that was very important to her, Miss Amber Fisher. So I know that I don't know if Mad Dog or anybody listens, but this was just amazing. So thank you everyone that put on for Murray Ridge and for such an amazing cause. And like Mad Dog said, don't be afraid to say hi to some the clients out there, and just they just want to be part of us, man. So me and
Tommy yesterday actually got to sing happy birthday to a guy named David. It was his birthday, we found out, as we were kind of just walking around doing some crowd work during intermission, talking to fans, mingling and stuff like that. We found a young gentleman, his name was David. It was his birthday, so it was really special, to get to hang out and sing happy birthday to him and wish him a happy birthday. And he chose to spend it with us at Mega Championship Wrestling. So that was pretty cool.
That rules.
I said we lost Dean. I lost Dean a little bit ago. I sent him the invite. We're trying to get Dean back. He's having some technical difficulties. But we can't. The show must go on.
Yep. So and then speaking of the show must go on, how many times can we say that we went to a show before our show here, somehow made it back in time and everything? I even got to eat dinner. I don't know about you. I hope you got a little bit. You had a little drive.
I did get a little food. In. I'm solid. I've got some food, filled up the gas tank, so I don't have to stop in the morning on the way to work. We are golden, baby.
Dude, yeah, that was awesome. So RCW, that was great. This was a great.
It was nice because it was normally we get RCW is on a Wednesday night. Normally RCW is at the Neo Pro or the Neo Sports Plant in Euclid, Ohio, which is a little bit of a drive for us. Tonight we got treated to our RCW at Reagan Hall in Avon Lake. 15 minutes up the road.
Right off the highway, right by what was that, BJ's?
Yeah.
And what was that? What was that bar? I always forget that bar. That's
Mulligan's.
That's right. They got the good something chicken wings.
Good burgers. They got the good burgers.
But this was awesome. This was a treat. Now, unfortunately, the first thing that we got told right when we kind of sat down, got comfortable, was that a couple parts of the card changed. But you know what? It wasn't really that big of a deal. It's expected when you have two shows back to back. And it was nice. I actually want to shout out Mega. They had flyers all around the place, promoting the show the next day.
Baddies and the Beast is the next Mega show.
Yep.
We'll get into that more as we get into it. But yeah, definitely some inner promotional love.
So yeah, it was great. But we saw Ashton Day was supposed to face Alex Daniels, but unfortunately Alex Daniels got hurt obviously the night before at Mega, and then Greg Irons was not available again. He must have got hurt, so that was kind of sad to see. But we always know the card's are subject to change, and I think they found a really good replacement for Alex. I will admit, again, just being an Alex Daniels fanboy, I wanted to see that match. I was actually really excited to see that match between Ashton Day. I hope we see it sometime in the near future. But we found somebody from Rochester. I don't know if it was Rochester, New York. I'm only assuming. But Keenan Moore versus Ashton Day. That was the first match we saw.
Tasty boy.
Tasty boy.
Tasty boy Keenan Moore. I asked Ashton. Ashton told me about told me this because I couldn't remember. I wanted to make sure we got his name right. Because the dude was good.
He was good. He was good. I hate to say I judged a book by his cover. I didn't like his ring attire. I thought maybe, he just kind of was coming out. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Tasty kind of didn't sound like that great, but he did
exactly.
It worked. It worked, man. I mean, he yelled out Tasty in the middle of the match, and I got a giggle. I mean, and that's good. Can't all be serious. It has to be a little fun every now and again. So
I just got a text from Dean real quick. Dean's had to unplug his router. He had a router issue, so Dean will be back as soon as possible. So
hell yeah, big dog. Again, I love technical matches, and this was definitely more of a technical match. I saw. We saw the king of the headlocks putting in his title real well. Ashton really knows how to lock him in. But Keenan also got a lot of good chin locks, and he definitely isn't afraid to use the mat, use the submission moves. And
no match for the king of the headlocks though.
Unfortunately not. You mentioned this. I heard you talking to Tommy about this. So how Ashton won this match? You called it the Ultra Cutter.
We don't know if that's what it's called. I have no idea what it's called. We can't remember. I have not seen Ashton Day do this move in so long. All right.
It was good. That was wow. That was one of the bigger moves.
That's how he won the title from Trey Miguel. That's how he won the Mega Championship heavyweight title from Trey Miguel, was with this move. It's kind of like an eclipse. He gets up on top rope. He does like a blockbuster kind of stunner. It's beautiful. And I haven't seen it in a long time, and it got busted out tonight at RCW, and man, it was choice.
Yep. No, it was. I'm a big Ashton Day fan, and I don't think I've ever seen him use that move, and that move was awesome. That was really cool, dude. So I hope to see you use that again, though, or if not, just keep it in your pocket because that was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Ashton ended up taking home the dub on that one. That was just a great start to the show. We go right into 440 versus 440.
Chairs match, baby. This was my favorite match of the night.
This was good. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I never really saw like a match start with the chairs shoved in the turnbuckles, but I kind of liked it. It looked really menacing when everything was getting going. So this was Otis Kogar versus Christian Napier.
Yes. 440 blue versus 440 yellow.
I've never seen Otis Kogar. I've seen Christian up and down the indies now, but I've never seen Otis. And I'm really sad right now that Dean's not on. And I also am sad that Dean did not come, because this was just everything he's told me about Otis, and it was everything that he was, what Dean told me. This dude's bad. This dude's
I try to tell you, man. The Koger brothers are nasty.
They're real. Dude, Otis is a bad man. He set that he's like the carpenter of destruction, dude. He set that chair thing up like a flower.
He puzzle pieced it together, man. It was ridiculous.
Dude, that was nuts. He slams Christian on it, and then he ends up missing and ends up flopping on it himself, and that was
went for a senton. Christian able to move out of the way. I mean, overall, it was a great match. Christian able to, slide up, no DQ in a chairs match. Obviously, pulls the tights to get the quick victory.
Yeah.
But this wasn't the end of the night for Christian Napier. We would go on to see him multiple times throughout the night, including in the Battle Royal, the Matt Wars Battle Royal they had.
Yeah, that was wild.
Different kind of entry, different kind of concept. That's the word I'm looking for. Concept there. So they started off with 4 guys, and then once somebody was eliminated, thrown over the top rope, another person would come in to take their place, with the final man standing, to be the winner to go on to face in a scramble match for the RCW Midwest Championship.
Yeah, that was what a crazy rumble.
Yeah, 100%, man. There was all kinds of people in there, from Pastor CeeLo, who had just come off his recent Battle Royal victory to, Christian Napier make an appearance in this, to
Right.
Don Tavio. Don Tavio was in the house tonight,
Yeah.
so that was cool to see. The guy that won, what was his name?
So that was Martian Webb. So that was
Martian Webb. That's right.
That was wild because we saw a match with him and Defarge right before this.
Yes, he is. Martian Webb is part of a tag team called Alienated Youth. They were in a tag team match, non-title, with Mr. Crumbles and Sonny Defarge, in which Crumbles and Defarge, we can talk about it if you want to, but they just absolutely demolished this team.
Yeah.
Sonny Defarge is a fucking machine. Crumbles and him have been working together so well for years and years and years. They just absolutely demolished them. So that was a beautiful match. But then Martian Webb goes on to win this battle royal, which puts him in a scramble in a solo match when it seems like he's part of a tag team. So you got to wonder if that's going to put a rift between him and his partner. We don't know.
It could be. I mean, and definitely shout out to Rex Brody, who definitely gave him the hand. Rex came out twice. It was kind of like watching that Mankind room.
Yeah.
Came out 3 different times. But yeah, we saw Don Tavio. Shout out Angel Metro. She came out, shelled out, kicked everybody's ass. I definitely watched her take down 2 dudes at one time. That was fucking dope. So shout out Angel. We love you. And that was just great match, great rumble, different format, but it was cool. And then we go right into another 440 match. This was a good match. I mean, I've never seen, so this was Big Al versus Eric Ryan. I've never seen Big Al. So this was, again, I've seen Eric Ryan one other time. I knew what to expect from him. He's definitely a deathmatch king of himself. But Big Al, she rips, dude. She's a tough cookie. Definitely see why 440 Blue picked her up. Definitely made her. There's definitely a reason why she's the first and only female wrestler on 440.
Big Al's a gangster.
Dude, straight up. Napier started the match by attacking Ryan before he could even get to the mat. That was rough, dude. So again, that's the 3rd time we've seen Napier in the night, it was like a 2.5 hour show. Just Kristen kept showing up like, hey, I'm still here, motherfucker.
He was all over
Got
the
a chair.
place. Yeah, he was all over the place.
So that was cool. Al suplexed the shit out of Eric Ryan a couple times.
I told you Big Al ain't no joke. Big Al's a gangster, dude. She don't play.
So that was dope. Christian kept messing with Ryan, and then we did see Greg pop up. So Greg Irons, he came in, showed Christian what the hell was
to even the odds, but it was a little too late.
Yep. So
Big Al able to roll him up and pick up the victory for 440 Blue.
Yep. I watched Greg slap the shit out of Christian, though. Slapped the taste right out of his mouth. That was awesome. Sorry, Christian. Yeah, no, great match. Shout out Al. Definitely hope to see her again soon. That was dope. Man, and then this, again, going on what you said earlier, you guys weren't kidding about the Kogar brothers. Our main event was Atticus Kogar versus Turbo Lover. This, again, there was a stipulation, and you and me both looked at each other, and I said, well, if he doesn't come out to Turbo Lover by Judas Priest, I am probably going to walk out and leave, because, I mean, you can't call yourself Turbo Lover and not come out to one of the best hair metal songs out there.
Right, yeah.
And they held their own. He did. He came
did.
out. So kudos. You kind of got me right away. I was like, I'm already interested. Never seen this dude before. Again, never seen Atticus. Turbo Lover was definitely a little more of a powerhouse than I expected.
I agree. He was a little bit bigger than I expected him to be. I've never seen him. I've just seen pictures like on a match card and stuff. But he definitely did some scouting, and he knew his opponent because Atticus had hidden skewers, which we've seen Atticus use plenty of times. And they had hidden them in the turnbuckle, and Turbo Lover destroyed them, made sure Atticus wasn't able to use them, wasn't able to play his kind of game. Turbo Lover, for being as big as he was a lot more technical than I thought he was going to be.
Yes. I agree. This was more technical of a match than I expected.
So I was, impressed by that. It's the first time I've seen him. So I was definitely impressed by how fluid he was, I guess, for being such a big guy.
Yeah. He moved around on that mat faster than I expected.
Yeah, no, 100%. Overall, it was a great show. I liked our RCW. It was my first RCW experience. It was nice that they were a little closer to home. It was nice that it was on a day we were able to attend. I don't really have any complaints about, a commentary team was solid. You had Norman, Josh, Joe, and I running things behind the commentary booth. Wrestlers were available with merch, all basically, intermission before and after shows. It was nice little setup. I like the Reagan Hall. Good, solid job, RCW.
No, yeah, it was great. What a good venue. And then so it was dope. Shout out to the crew. Shout out to all the wrestlers that came out. It was great seeing Angel, Dontavio, everybody. We got to see Colt for a little bit too. That was cool. Shout out Papa Johnson, Donna, everybody. Thanks for these guys. Yeah. So
Vince, now I got Dean's rating. Do you want to give your rating for breaking down barriers?
Yeah, no, I'll definitely. So for me, I'm gonna give it a 4. Solid 4, especially with Myron coming out in that big spot at the end. It was a great, huge show altogether. I think my only complaints, unfortunately, was the women's match was a little lackluster. But other than that, great show for everybody else. I thoroughly enjoyed that Royal Rumble. I want to see Taco be more of a guest referee. I thought that was great.
Yeah, he's hilarious. What did you say your rating was? I'm sorry.
Oh, 4.
Okay.
4 pile drivers.
All right. Dean is also giving it 4 pile drivers. And I am going with a 4.25. Again, I loved everything about it. The match, the ending match was phenomenal.
Yep.
It was, but like I said, by far probably the best match I've seen all year long. It was good. I will agree with you about the women's match. A little lackluster. Wanted a little bit more from both of them. I don't really have anything else to complain about the show.
Nope.
I'm excited to see how the story progresses with Storm and Sebastian. I'm excited to see how, Cash Inc. plays into this and how Chris Onyx and Butchie goes. I'm excited to see how Cash Inc. what they do with this win, solidifying themselves, so to speak. And then I'm excited as well about where Butchie and Chris Onyx is going to go. Great show once again from Brandon Xavier and everybody at Mega Championship Wrestling, from the concession workers to the guys in the back running the cameras to just top-notch everybody all around.
Yep, 100%. Everybody, thank you for putting on such a great show and coming out to everyone that came out and watched the wrestlers and supported such a great cause.
Yep, 110%. And RCW, you have a rating? Want to drop for RCW?
Yep. I'm gonna give him a solid 3.5. I have nothing really against it. It was definitely just a bunch of names that I haven't seen, so I want to see more, grow with them a little more. Besides that, it was great seeing some of our favorites out there. CeeLo, Angel, Ashton, Norm. Thank you guys for always just being out there and putting on a great show.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna kind of stick with you. Go middle of the road 3 for RCW. Great show. I think, I know that you can't control it. I know you can't control the card changes. I think that bothered me a little bit, that there were more than one. It happens. Again, I can't complain about the people. I hope everything's okay. The reasons that they weren't, able to make it today were nothing drastic or too serious. Maybe it's just because I was excited to see the Bev. He's one of my favorites. I liked the new wrestlers, but again, same boat as you. There was a lot that I was unfamiliar with, so I need to know more. I had to ask a couple, people who this person was and who this person was. But yeah, I liked the setup of Reagan Hall. I would love to see them come back there. I would love to, take in another RCW show there and not have to go all the way to the Neo Pro or the Neo Sportsplex on a Wednesday. Would be stellar. Yep. So even maybe once a month or something, if you pop over there, or once, every couple months, pop there, that would be sweet. I'd love to see more of you guys again. But yeah, solid 3 for RCW. Mat Wars was pretty solid.
Yep, it was cool.
Real quick, I don't think we're gonna be. Like I said, I got Dean's rating. I don't think we're gonna get Dean in back at the time. But I do want to go over this match card real quick for this upcoming weekend. We have RSW, Real Shoot Wrestling, coming back to Parma, Ohio. They will be at the American Legion Post 703, 7667 York Road in Parma, Ohio. Butchie B will be facing off against Cliff Klepto.
Hell yeah, our fight's coming back. That's sick.
Cliff's coming back. That'll be fun. Butchie, obviously, big name out here. Yep. Shane Kryzak will be going one-on-one with Dean's favorite Real Shoot Wrestling wrestler, Frat Daddy.
Yeah.
This match I'm really, really excited about. You have a tag team match. Mount Kilpis will be going 1 or 2v2 with the Thunder Spud Roadshow, the team of Jake Ely and Tommy Irish.
Dude, that's going to be a crazy match.
We have another one-on-one match. Theo Strong, who really impressed me in his last RSW showing, going one-on-one against Felix Kaz. I'm not familiar with his picture. He looks insane. Like, he looks crazy. So that could very well be a great match. Last time at RSW, we got the tag team of Canton's Finest showed up. They will be back, but this time they have a way, way bigger test on their hands. They have been dubbed by a lot of people as the best tag team in the Midwest, Warhorse.
Oh, man.
Pat the Bruiser and Crosshairs Kelly will be at RSW to go in a tag team match against Don Tavio and Wilbur Whitlock. We will have the return of Colby Max back to RSW Parma, as she will be taking on the unwilting Tatiana.
Wow.
Colby Max was very impressive in her last showing. I very enjoyed it. It's a great match. Another should be great match. We have the former RSW heavyweight champion, Vance Desmond, my bad, going one-on-one against Alex Daniels.
Oh, man, our boy.
But that should be a good match. And then I would assume this would be the co-main event, because this match is too big to not be the co-main event. We have us a 4-way dance for the RSW Junior Heavyweight Championship. Mr. Entertainment, JB Smooth, going 1v1 with Mr. Rucker, Anthony Rucker, who showed out last time. He killed it last time. He was so good.
Yeah, he did.
Going on against the Southern Sinner himself, Colt Johnson. And defending his title will be Air Duzen, putting that Junior Heavyweight Championship on the line. And last but most certainly not least, we touched on it at the beginning of the show, the Guiding Light, Matthew Taylor, will be challenging Dustin Alexander for the RSW Heavyweight Championship live in Parma. That show is on May 11th. Bell time is at 7. Face off. And boy, I mean, if you looking at this card, it's full of face-offs. I can't wait to see this card as well. It seems like May's shaping up to be a great wrestling month already. We're only 5 days in. We've already hit 2 events.
Yep, seriously.
So, great month for wrestling. It's also a great month for softball. I do want to shout out my daughter's softball team. We will be playing in the Lorain County tournament next weekend, and we have our school has 2 softball teams. Our 8th and 7th grade team is seed 1 in the tournament, and our 6th grade team is seed 2 because we're that damn good. So shout out to Keystone Softball. Let's go out here and win us a title. But yeah, I mean, great. Other than that, it was a great wrestling weekend. I have no qualms. I have nothing bad to say. Will go to bed happy this evening and ready to take on the week. I can't ask for anything more. I love this business.
Yes, I agree. I mean, I shout out to everyone that showed up on Thursday too. Cybernetico de Mayo, I think that or something. Trace, I don't know. AIW had a show that was cool at the Mercury Lounge. And that was just, getting ready for Gauntlet for the Gold at the end of May this month. So this, I mean, dude, we are so lucky to live where we live, where we have so many amazing independent wrestling promotions that just put on such good shows. I could sit here and try to count on one hand the promotions. I can't. Because there's more than 5.
I was gonna say we got at least 7 around us that show up pretty regularly, and I do believe we just had a new one announced a couple days ago. One of you guys sent it to the chat. Let me just look here. We sent all kinds of videos to each other today.
Yeah, we did.
Premiere. I think it was Premiere. You sent that.
I believe it was Premiere. No, I think that was Dean.
Okay.
But yeah, so that
Premier Championship Wrestling will be coming back on June 9th at Lake Erie VFW Post in Parma as well. We'll get more into that as we know some more. I know that there's some superstars on the cover, though. Andrew Palace, Ashton Day, Cisco Silver. That's my boy. He got that dog in him. And Zoe Sky. There's a couple guys that I'm not familiar with on the cover as well, but we'll see. Obviously, we'll let you know as soon as we know. But make sure you stay tuned for Premier Championship Wrestling as well, coming back to Northeast Ohio. So another promotion just at Northeast Ohio is where you want to be, man. If you're a wrestling fan, you can't get anything better than this.
Nope, you cannot.
Vince, do you have anything else left to say to the people?
Nope, I just, always giving a shout out. Thank you, every single wrestler, every single, behind the scenes person working, shout out everyone at Mega, RCW, AIW, thank you, everybody for putting on such amazing shows, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't even have any cool wrestling to talk about. So thanks everybody. Thanks, Mike, for letting me get in with you today. That was cool. Yeah, thanks for hooking it up yesterday too. Dean, thanks for driving yesterday, if you can hear us. And then I'm excited to see everyone next weekend, and on and on.
Hell yeah, 100%, man. That's it for us tonight, guys. Thanks everybody for hanging in, tuning in, BSing with us, talking about breaking down barriers. We got Mega Championship Wrestling has Colossal Con coming. They have Baddies and the Beast coming, which is a 2-show show. Like, they're going to have 2 separate shows on the same day, 2 separate events. Mega Cup Baddies edition. Can't wait for this one. Going to be huge. We also have more information about Neo Pro coming up soon, as well as RSW, RCW, and EFW. Any kind of information that we hear, you'll make sure to get it here, right here on the Piledriver Podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see all of you next week. If you see us out of the show, make sure to say what's up, say hi to us. We love talking to our fans. We love talking and BSing with us about wrestling, anything. That's just, that's kind of how we like to do it. So, like I said, if you see us, say hi, say what's up, fist bump, knuckles, all that good stuff. We love meeting new people and hanging out and BS and wrestling. So we'll see all of you next week right here live on basically everywhere you find us.
Ah.
Later.
Later.